American track stars. They all had a super basic look. Sha'Carri was doing some crazy stuff with her hair. She like orange and just, she looked like a Muppet. And I ain't trying to roast, because I toast, I don't roast. I'm just telling the truth. She looked like a Muppet. She had like 9-inch lashes, 10-inch nails, and she was like a whole lot of bravado. Like she was popping off like a pro wrestler or a boxer. And for a female, black female in track and field, nobody does that. They just run their race. You know what I mean? It's like with black women in track and field in the history of America, 3 things: poise, dignity, and grace. Look at all of them. They got a super basic ponytail, nothing extra, no earrings, no makeup. Or if they got makeup, it's like barely there. It's maybe like, probably some foundation, like really light on the makeup. She looked like she was going to the club. And she had a real bad attitude, like, I'ma win and y'all gonna see and da 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 da. That was my only criticism about the sister, like the attitude part. But as far as the self-medicating with the marijuana, and then I also, kind of criticized, because then, like, after she get the ball rolling, after she was making the internet, go crazy, then she drops the bomb, oh, I'm bisexual. So now she's getting support from that community as well. So it just seemed to me like she was trying to, double dip and basically, play the victim card. When you messed up, just didn't want to own it. That was from my perspective how I saw the situation, that she messed up and she just didn't want to own it. Mother passing or not, because that's just, when you're in a sport like that, that's what you sign up for, because it's a good chance when you're on the road, especially in a different country, that somebody could get sick, or if somebody's already sick when you leave, their condition could get worse. Or if maybe you're a man competing in the Olympics and your wife is pregnant, she might have a baby while you're in another country competing. So do you just quit and go back home, or do you finish? So that's where I was coming from. But this situation definitely is racially biased, and it's not fair, and you can't hold people at different levels of accountability. Because like the Olympics is the microcosm for the entire world. They always want to say this equality for all, but then hold black people at a different level of accountability when they're dispensing justice. They want to give a black person like 20, 30 years for a petty misdemeanor offense if they can. Like they'll trump them charges up off of like a routine traffic stop, like a year and a half in the county off of routine traffic, if they can, just to fill a quota. Yeah, so that's all I want to say about Sha'Carri. And then I got kind of some sad news. Apparently, the mall that just opened, Black History Mall, and the Black Wall Street Mall, they just opened. Now they're trying to close it. They said something about a leaky roof or something, a zoning issue. Let me just punch it up to make sure I know what I'm talking about. That's the article I seen anyway. Okay, yep, I got the article. Vendors say owners of the new Black Wall Street Mall are kicking them out over leaks in buildings. Yeah, so they're basically terminating their lease because of leaks in the building, some structural damage. And I think that's probably like trumped up because it's probably up to code. You know, like it don't never fail. Like right when we get something going, here they come. Like, yeah, it's frustrating, but one monkey don't stop a show. I'm pretty sure. Like all them vendors didn't come all that way just to take two steps back. So we'll have another one. They ain't doing nothing. Also, I want to talk about some stuff. I've been seeing Kodack Black, Crip Mack, just my little commentary on those situations. I'm not going to take a super huge dive. Um, the Kodack Black situation, it seems fishy. Like I don't understand why people don't think that there is an agenda to kill young rappers. Like the culture of hip hop generates billions upon billions of dollars a year. Just the culture of hip hop. Now the art of rapping, you see, I'm demonstrating I know the difference between rap and hip hop. Hip hop is the culture, rapping is something they do within the culture. So the art of rapping, that generates $1 billion bag. And then it's all artist driven. Like their entire brand on their artists. They can't regulate it. They've been trying to regulate it for years and they can't. And it's basically like these young black kids, uneducated, using their art form to platform off into different avenues and acquire resources. And that's a no-no. They don't want us acquiring resources. They don't want us having tangibles. They don't want us figuring it out. Like after we wake up and start figuring it out, that's when the game's on. That's when the game's joined. Because when you're stumbling and bumbling in the street, thinking you're doing something, selling drugs, or thinking you're getting over, you ain't getting over. They don't got no time for the small fish. They ain't got time to chase you, but they want the big fish. I don't care if you think you got kilos and you hooking up with Poppy and whatever. They want the big fish. And the big fish are the rappers. They're generating this bag. They're teaching their people nowadays, teaching their people how to generate the bag, networking with one another, pooling their resources. They want to shortstop that grind. And how they shortstop the grind? Taking them out permanently. Now they didn't kill Kodack Black, and I don't want them to, but I think they was definitely trying to, send a warning. Because the footage, it was at a Justin Bieber concert. That's what's not adding up. Like how does activity like that even happen at a Justin Bieber concert? I know when it's on, like Justin Bieber, that don't make sense at all. Now, Dub Baby, he had an issue with, baby mother. Yeah, baby mama drama. Dude came to the bowling alley, Dolo, to see the baby, and like he got jumped on camera. Like jumped. Like I seen all the dudes jumping. The angles I saw. So he said he wanted to talk, and I believe he wanted to talk. Why would you want to try to fight and you got like 50 dudes with you? You know that's not going to end well, even if it is over your little sister. If you don't got a firearm, clearly he didn't have a firearm. So I think we're going to have to get a lock on that, a better lock on that. Devise some type of mediation, like devise resources to mediate situations like that, like preventing mountains being formed out of molehills, because it was real minuscule, but it could have turned ugly. Like dude could have lost his life on camera, because the baby already done killed one person on camera. Like that's not going to keep happening. And so I don't think he was wrong for, like, if he felt threatened, like he felt like the dude was going to punch him, if he felt like he was having threatening gestures, or maybe he was raising his voice. Of course he's going to raise his voice about his sister. So I don't know. It just, I think, we need to work on diffusing situations like that. Because all them dudes there, didn't nobody try to defuse it, try to de-escalate it. Like, hold on, calm down, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk. Like, it's too many people there. Like, we got to chill on that overkill, man. We got to start standing up and being leaders and start defusing these situations when we see it. Before it, leads to bloodshed and life loss. Just nip it in the bud. Have a fair one. If that's what you're trying to do, fight 1-on-1. And break it up before the fight gets too brolicky. Like if you're already laying on the ground, you're leaking, and the other guy's not leaking. Like the fight's over, you lost. You gotta eat that. You gotta take the L. Crip Mack. Taking my time with this. It's rules to everything. It's levels and rules to everything. So the organization he was a part of violated him for breaking their set of rules. That happens in every facet of life. That there's consequences when you break rules. Like there's consequences like in the U.S. military. If you commit the act of treason in the military, the penalty is death for being a traitor. Penalty's death. Religious organizations, Nation of Islam, the penalty is death, and I'm not insinuating nothing by that. I'm not insinuating nothing, but they do got their own set of codes and rules